So you said that you have no idea how you grew or why people give a shit about Drive with Dre, but I think I know why.
Enlighten me.
It's because you have an amazing eye.
Mm-hmm.
You take cars that wouldn't particularly be known for their sexiness or sportiness or cool factor, and you are able to take a car and see it as a blank canvas and tastefully, throw on some rims, drop it, put a color scheme together that works, shoot it in a way that catches the eye. Because I think that's the difference between you and, like, let's say other car people, is that your ability to like just have a great look and feel and like essentially you're like an artist. You take these cars and you're just...
And that's how I've gone with it. With that page, I've gone in a more artistic route. Like the first car I bought, it's also, I don't buy them just for the page. I buy them for me because I love them, and for the page also, for the followers. But yeah, I like, most people will buy that Lambo, Aventador or whatever it is, and they'll post it and they think they're going to get tons of followers from it and whatever. But when 500 other people on social media have that Lambo, nobody really cares anymore. Whereas my recent car was a Ferrari, and it's one that most of the old men buy for their wives. It's not known to be the cool internet one or anything like that. But as soon as I put my little touches on it, which is, they're simple little things, but they all come together to make one totally different car. That makes things go viral. That makes things explode because it's the only one on the internet. And I pretty much do that with everything, not just cars. It's like, why would you want to do what a million other people are doing instead of trying to focus and do something unique where you really pop?
Yeah,
and that's what I found. That's where the success from the whole car thing came, and other things.
Well, it's like you're choosing to go into the 1%. So when you're in the 1%, like the way I look at it is like you're doing something, you're charting new territory, right? Like you can go in the 99% and see where things are proven, but there's a lot more competition because since things have been proven and there's other players doing it, you can do it and there will be success, like proven success, but to me, it just seems like more grind work. Mm-hmm. And if you have an imagination and the ability to take a risk, you can go venture into the 1% and essentially go with no competition. You're just doing your thing, and it's just like.
And I think also like following the rules is like, I don't follow the rules. I don't follow the traditional rules. So I'll give you an example. I hire a lot of professional photographers. They work all over the world. They do their thing to take some of my content because I'm very particular about the things that I post. I need everything to be beautiful. So I'll hire the best photographers. They'll do their thing. They'll charge a fortune. I'll pay. I'll get my stuff. And then I put it out there. Minimal likes, minimal engagement. Whereas I'm not a photographer. I buy a mediocre camera. I take the shot that I think is cool. Every professional photographer would tell me, that's not why you're doing that. The car should be angled this way. The wheels should be this way. The sky is too bright or whatever. I don't follow any of those rules because I don't even know them. Yet when I post that picture, it gets 5 to 10 times more engagement, more comments, more shares. And I think, and that's what I do in every aspect.
Because it just hits different.
I don't do anything traditional. Like if there's a specific way to do something, I do it differently because it always hits harder. No one wants to see the same type of thing over and over and over. And that's what everybody's doing. They see one influencer or one blogger, one podcaster doing something, so they want to copy it. But the world is filled with all that now, and there's no more originality. So I try to, go and
to pierce through.
Yeah, you got in order to cut through, you got to do things differently in business, in life, in relationships, like
music, everything.
Music.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're an artist.
The only way, and
you're podcasting with a car guy. What does one have to do with the other? Nothing, but maybe it'll slap.
Well, I think it will slap because there's a look, there's a feel, and you can't just repeat what other people are doing. And on your note with the professional photographers and they follow the guidelines of what to do, well, that essentially means that 99% of all the photos you'll see will be shot with a specific criteria in mind. And when that criteria is in mind, the way I see it, the way I think about marketing is I'm just thinking about people, not photographers, not professional photographers, random layman's, normal people scrolling.
Yeah,
How do I catch their eye in the feed?
exactly.
And if you're giving them something that their subconscious has always seen, it won't pop. But you, by taking your shots a little different, you making things a little bubblier, creating aggressive contrasts,
Yeah.
they will slap.
Exactly. And it's, I don't only do it to pop, but I do it because I love that stuff. Like I'm a big nerd. I'm a science fiction fantasy nerd. Everything is colorful. Everything is saturated. It's very magical and beautiful. And I try to put that in the things that I create.
Yeah, so it's not like your purpose is, oh, I need to do this because this will translate to likes. It's what you love. Like, you know those high five moments, like when we're talking about Metallica
Yeah. In the studio.
and Justice for All. It's like when you feel it really good, you have the confidence enough to put it out and you know it's going to slap. Whereas you can pay 10 times as much, work with a real pro photographer, and that photo is just going to be blah. Yeah. And at the end of the day, as the artist, because essentially you're the artist,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if your procedures are legit. It matters who's reacting.
Exactly. And I think a small superpower that I do have is I know how to evoke emotion out of people. In everything I post, in every story I post, or in every question that I answer when I answer my questions, I know how to reply and get a response and a remark out of someone. I know how to make someone go, whoa. Whether it's good or bad, whether I want to create controversy or not, I'm very, how do I call it? I just know.
You're good at provoking.
I'm good at provoking people. I'm good at getting a conversation started, and I'm good at making people feel a certain way. That's what I've noticed.
It's like, let's say it's slight political incorrectness, or it's just slightly left or right of center, that you're able to pierce. I call it that, like the balance of normal. Like you pierce outside of it, like the uncanny valley, which is normal, or you go outside of it. And that's when you just push those buttons. Cause I read your questions and answers, because you get so many people who ask you questions, both on Drive with Dre and Andy Menares.
Yeah.
And I can't stop watching them. Once I start reading your questions or looking at your answers, I have to go through all of them because they're addictive.
Yeah, and that's what people have told me. I do it for fun because I have a great time doing it, and at night it's a cool way for me to unwind, just answer some questions, pass the time during these weird quarantine days. So, yeah, I love it, and people seem to like it too, especially when I do the Good Vibe Fridays.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I haven't done it in a minute, but
well, today's Friday, so maybe
today's
you can do
Friday.
that tonight.
Maybe tonight I'll do that. Yeah.
Well, you see, like whenever you do something, whether it be your cars or the questions or general conversations with people, if you're having fun and you love what you're doing, the result is usually just an outpouring of people say, yeah, fuck yeah, give me more. As Kevin Smith would say, take my money.
100%. People feel it when it's genuine and when you're passionate. And it's like that law of attraction. They feel my emotion when I'm responding or when I'm talking. And if it's happy and positive, they love it and they want to read more. Like, especially the good vibe questions. Like, I ask people what they want to do, like what good things happened to them in the last couple of weeks or whatever. And now I don't even do it for myself. I do it for others, because I get I'll answer 30 to 40 questions or whatever, or statements from people. Then I'll get 400 DMs back that day of people telling me that this is their favorite segment on the internet because it makes them so happy.
It brings joy.
Yeah, because if you're having a shit day, which it happens to everybody, reading about other people's good day and what great things happened to someone else who was having a shit day, it makes you feel better, and it makes you be like, oh wow, maybe my day isn't so bad. This guy's so happy because this happened, and here I am complaining about something that is actually pretty meaningless.
It's like